Thank you. Jim Renacci is a Republican congressman from Ohio. He is also a 2018 candidate for governor there in the Buckeye State. Thank you for your time, Congressman. Do appreciate it this afternoon.
Thank you, Craig. Happy to be here.
President Trump heading to Cincinnati to talk about infrastructure tomorrow. Before we get to the president's visit, I do want to ask you about some news that just crossed our desk here. Health insurer Anthem announcing it's going to be pulling out of the Ohio exchanges next year. The Wall Street Journal saying that it could leave up to 20 counties without an insurer there. Anthem says that the market remains, quote, volatile. It also goes on to cite certain things like federal payments that help reduce costs to low-income enrollees. As you know, President Trump has refused to guarantee those payments. Should he?
Well, first off, we all know the Affordable Care Act is falling on its own, within its own weight. It's a problem. Costs are rising. People can't afford it. They can't afford the deductibles. These are all things that are starting to occur. Now we're hearing more insurance companies are pulling out. Again, it's kind of difficult to go down a path when you know you have a collapsing program. It's best to come together, Republicans and Democrats, and start working together to look at these programs that aren't working and figure out ways to make the health care plan work.
Should he authorize the payments or not?
Well, again, we have to look at the payments you're talking about are the payments to shore things up. I think that's in his budget. My concern is, though, that the system is failing. If you're going to shore something up that's failing, it also becomes a problem down the road. I think we better get together and start fixing versus just trying to flood money, which we don't have.
All right, let's pivot here. But actually, let's not pivot because you're running as a pro-Trump candidate in Ohio's gubernatorial race. What is it about a president with a sub-% approval rating that's so attractive right now?
Well, I'm running as a business guy. I'm running as an outsider. I truly believe the mess we have in Washington, the mess we have in Ohio is career politicians worry about their next election instead of 10 years down the road and 20 years down the road. They worry about making decisions which gets people elected versus making decisions which are right for the people. That's what Trump ran on. I think that's what energized Trump. What I see here in Ohio is that we do have a divided division. We have Republicans who are very supportive of Donald Trump. We have Democrats who are not supportive of Donald Trump. We should be supportive of Americans moving forward and getting things accomplished. I'm running as somebody who is sick and tired of the political establishment who worries more about elections than worries about getting the things accomplished.
There hasn't been a whole heck of a lot accomplished in Washington here since the president took office. You would concede that point, I would imagine. And now word over the last hour or two that he plans to live tweet to a certain extent this testimony from the former FBI director on Thursday. Does that strike you as something that's a good idea?
Well, first off, I do disagree with you. We have gotten many things done. We've overturned many job-killing regulations. The president has overturned many of the executive orders that the previous president had done. We've also gotten a Supreme Court judge that people wanted. He talked about the group that he was going to bring forward. We've gotten that done. Now we've run into the problem where we need Republicans and Democrats to come together. That's where it's going to be difficult because we have a divided system where politics overtake.
How is the system divided? Republicans control both houses of Congress and the White House.
Well, you know that's not the case if you're going to use the 60-vote rule in the Senate. When you need 60 votes, we still have a divided system. We only have 52 Republicans. It'd be easy if the Republicans had 60, 61 votes. You could move some things forward. But today, and by the way, I believe we should work together. I believe we should work with Democrats to get things done. So I'm not saying that's not the I think that's the key. We have to work together. I think this president is trying to work together. Look, he has Democrats in his cabinet. He is trying to work together to get some things accomplished, and I think that's important. We have to get politics out of the way and start working toward getting things done for the American people.
All right. We'll leave it there, Congressman Jim Renacci. Congressman, thanks for your time.